I want the Nation of Islam to know that my community greets you and gives its support. I want to connect some things and make sure that you have your Yahweh, that the creator of the heaven and the earth, in the middle of your struggle. Without the creator in the middle of the struggle, we can't win. That's our strength. Our major resource and wealth is each other. It ain't money. Money can't do nothing. You can't eat a pound note, but you can eat a carrot. Somebody can grow some carrots. The other thing is something that's imitation. When you go back and you look in the 1800s, I'm not going to go all the way back as far as Asher Senator went and talk about Bedford and the Thames and Queen Elizabeth I giving up the money to make British the major slave traders. But it was the Caribbean that was the main place that they made their money to industrialize this country. But that's the place that they also fulfilled the prophecies, and these same prophecies are at the base of Garveyism, the Nation of Islam, the African Hebrew Israelites, and a lot of other Christian groups and black Jews all over America and the Caribbean. You may not realize it, but names like Denmark Vesey are associated with the United States, but he was actually born in the Virgin Islands, grew up in Bermuda, was taken there by a Bermuda slave trader who was licensed by this country to rob anybody on the high seas, as long as the British government got themselves a peace. And he led the largest slave rebellion outside of Haiti, in the Carolinas. That's a Caribbean man. And when you look at people like Marcus Garvey and the people that came before him during his time, if you look at the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he was born in Georgia. Okay, he was born in Georgia. And Georgia has a sea coast. And there was no borders during those days, so people traveled, these ideas traveled from one place to another. And you have to know that when he went to Chicago, I'm telling you, a lot of the leadership of the African Hebrew Israelites that actually repatriated back to Israel, all right, northeastern Africa, all right, in the Garden of Eden, which goes from the Nile to the Euphrates. So it includes everything up in Ethiopia, Uganda, parts of Kenya, the Sudan, Egypt, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, all of that is black people's land. Amen. In fact, Saudi Arabia means land of the black, Sudan means land of the black, Kush means black, Coptic means black, all of it. You got to understand that all of this is connected. We're all one, and we have to be unified. And our support goes back to the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. You know, his parents were Jamaican and from St. Kitts and Nevis, raised by somebody from Barbados. So a lot of us are Inwash generation people, second, third generations of that, all come from the same spirit. So to support him coming here, it'll just make sense. But it's a badge of honor that the British government has that level of fear in bringing him here. And they have that level of fear because just like they did to Marcus Garvey, they done to C.L.R. James, when those people connected, you got great people like Kwame Nkrumah, all of these people were connected. Jomo Kenyatta had Amy Garvey and stuff supporting them against the Europeans that were coming to try and take Ethiopia. This is all connected. These ideas are connected. So maybe I dress like that, some other brothers dress another way, but we come from the same essential source. Maybe we shape-shifted in terms of what we look like today, but it's all the same thing. So I wanted to greet you and let you know that my leadership in Israel, our leadership here, support you like we've supported Minister Farrakhan before and the Elijah Muhammad when our leaders were running around with his children. We're all at one. So I greet you all in peace and perfect love, and I'll say, let's stay together, let's be one, let's be focused. Because let's write the last chapter in the history of all the elders that have gone before us, those in whatever form or shape they would be, and those that's in our midst, that they will be vindicated for the struggles and pain that they have, and that we represent that next generation that will see this through to the end, and that justice and peace reign forever. Shalom, shalom.
To see more videos like this, subscribe to Titans TV down below. Thanks.
Because we've had members of the Rasta community. We've had members from the Christian community. We have had members from the Pan-Africanist community speak really before the minister's representative has spoken. And this is to show you that the Honourable Minister Louis Farrakhan is not a man who's denominational. He's not a man where when he speaks to you, he desires to convert you to what he is. He's a man who desires to set you and I free from the bondage and the stench of white supremacy.